Hi, this is Jonathan from Graveyard, and this is the 3 questions.
Tonight a demon came into my head.
My favorite 3 albums, I think, would be Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac, Then Play On. I think they have there's something very, very special with their way of playing their guitars and very much nerve to it and feelings, and I think that's one of the best bands in the world for me.
Have you seen them
Definitely.
live?
No, never. It's and they I think they did that last record at 1970, so it's a while since they were playing together.
What do you think about last year they kicked Lindsey Buckingham?
Oh yeah. I never listened to the Fleetwood Mac after Peter Green and Danny Kirwan stopped. Or when Peter Green stopped, I never listened to it after.
That's when they were really huge in Europe.
Yeah. Before they got really huge, they were, Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac were really big too, since they had this #1 hit Albatross and such on the radio. But yeah, they grew even bigger when they changed members and became more pop. So but Peter Green era is my favorite. And then I listen a lot to Sweden for the moment, or I there's a Swedish artist that I really like listening to, and it's just it's not at all rock or hard rock or anything like that, but it's Allan Edwall. His name is, he's more of a poet guy, kind of, than of course he sings songs, but it's the lyrics that's very interesting. Folky, Swedish type of music. And number 3, there's so many to choose from, but I really like Neil Young as well. Listen a lot to Neil Young. One of my favorites might be On the Beach. I think he has his voice is special, and he has that nerve to it as well. He's done so many records, and I like a lot of them. So that's my top 3. It always changes, but it's different. But that's I like to listen to varied music, kind of, to get a little from each genre.
Thought it was a feast of friends, but Lord, they proved me wrong.
I always, as I said, Peter Green is just the records is just standing there next to the player at home, so it's always Then Play On is the #1 record. And I think Black Sabbath's first album would be in there.
Some people say my love cannot be true.
That's kind of the first time I heard them on the radio. Actually, I never heard them as a small child. I was into the rock that was there for the moment that other kids was listening to, but AC/DC and such. But and I love AC/DC as well. But when I heard Black Sabbath, I was like, fuck, this is I have to practice now. I want to play this kind of stuff, So that was kind of something that changed my view of music. Yeah, that was cool. So definitely that one. And third one, that's a rough one. I mean, there's so many good records. There's a band from Sweden called Tonbruket, like Tone Factory, if you translate it. And it's very experimental and jazzy kind of, but it's really good. It's the guy that produced not this last record piece, but the one before that, Innocence and Decadence. Johan Lindström, that's the producer. He plays in that band as well. It's interesting. It's good, and they just did a live record that is really amazing. I've been to. I used to go to a lot of shows, and nowadays it's not as many since we're doing so many shows. But when I was young, and I think I was around 13 years old, I went to a show in my hometown, and this was more of a festival. There was a lot of punk and hardcore bands there. It was Sick of It All played, and I thought that was pretty cool as a 13-year-old guy. And also H2O and bands like that.
Another day, another year, so it's alright.
That was a lot of fun for me, and it felt like that's where I got the interest to do it myself, not just listen but play music as well. So I started out with some kind of punk rock band.
Was this like one of those huge European festivals?
No, it was a pretty small festival in a we used to call them folkparker, like folk parks in Sweden. They used to be around more often than today, but yeah, so it was kind of a small festival, but that kind of music was really big in my hometown at that time. So.
And when was this? The year?
That was maybe 92, 93 maybe, or yeah, no, 94 it must have been, yeah.
What are you into right now?
It's gonna be the same pretty much now. Like,
The last question, one show that you went to made you think different about music?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, but yeah.
This is the 3 questions, or maybe if you want to say it in Spanish, it's possible.
I'm so bad at Spanish, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
But otherwise.